Hello everyone. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Hope you are taking care of number one, and that's you. And always remember, worse in these times, to take care of your mental health. Always try to be the best version of you. Because remember, you're not only doing it for yourself, but for the people who are around you that is waiting for you to fail. 25-year-old Darrell Watson, otherwise called Stinger, of Hamilton Street, Western Park, Clarendon, was charged with 2 counts of possession of prohibited weapon with intent to traffic ammunition, trafficking and dealing with prohibited weapon, and 2 counts of fraudulent use of license plate following an operation along the Four Parts Main Road on Saturday, August 26. Reports from the Maypen police are that about 1:30 p.m., a black Toyota Wish motor car bearing 2 different license plates was intercepted along the Four Parts Main Road. The vehicle is suspected to have been involved in the beryllium robbery at the Bank of Nova Scotia in Mandeville a few hours earlier. A search of the vehicle was conducted, and a magazine containing 25 9mm rounds, along with 2 7.62 rounds, one 5.56 M16 spent casing, and a 9mm magazine were seized. Watson was then arrested and taken into custody, where he gave a caution statement in seeking to account for his actions. He was charged on Monday, September the 4th, and to appear in the Maypen Parish Court on Thursday, September the 7th. In the meantime, the hunt is still on for more suspects, while the casualties of the bank robbery, who were bystanders, are left suffering with their injuries. One mother gave a tale of how devastating her life and family life has been since, and how her son has been hospitalized ever since the incident in Mandeville and days after the gun attack at the bank. Uncertainty hangs over the future of her 38-year-old son, father of 3, who was shot in the head while driving past the whole incident. In an emotional statement, his mother said her grandson and daughter-in-law and son, which is her only son, were all in their vehicle going about their own business when a bullet came crashing through the windscreen Friday, August 25th, the day of the frightening attack in Mandeville. The bullet came through the windscreen and hit her son in his head. He fell over between the 2 front seats. Even with the impact, he told his son to stay down. His son took off his shirt and put it over his father's head while holding his head in his lap, and he said, "Daddy, you're not going to die today." However, because of so many shots being fired, they had to wait until the firing stopped. Then her daughter-in-law drove on the sidewalk to the Mandeville Regional Hospital. The mother continued by saying he was her only son, and he is multi-skilled construction worker and is now laid up in a corporate area hospital, partially paralyzed from the bullet he received in the incident. Bullet which surgeons have been unable to remove, and so it's still lodged in his head. He is able to speak now. He says his whole life has been shattered. If someone cut him, he can't feel anything. If someone hit him, he can't feel it because his whole body is numbed, and he is so angry. But he thanks God for being here and for God to take away his anger, as his sons are traumatized by the whole situation. He said even his eldest son does not want to leave his room. He just locks himself in his room, says his mother through tears. What I want to know is, based on the incident, is there any insurance that could help this family? Whether it be from their own insurance as they were driving their own vehicle when the incident happened. So I don't know if it looked at as an accident or maybe from the side of the beryllium company, as the team came under attack for the money that is also insured. Can the casualties of this incident get any help? Another thing I was looking at, do we know or can we know from which parties the bullet came from that struck this bystander in his head? Because if you watch the videos that's been circulating on social media, the criminals were really by the roadside, out in the road, firing up towards the bank and the beryllium team. So their casualties would be more likely at the ATM and the bank area, most likely, as that area would most likely be on the receiving end of any stray shots from the criminals who are firing towards that direction. But people in the traffic or on the road are most likely to receive returning fire from the beryllium team or the securities from the bank, who would be shooting towards the street where the criminals are. I don't know, big woman thing. I need some real intelligent commenters to comment on this aspect and tell me what they think and maybe explain how things work, as I am always willing to learn. Because I wonder if when they investigate, will they check which bullet goes where and came from where? Because I'm hoping they would have the details of all the securities and beryllium teamed guns and ammunitions that were used in the incident. They would have some record of the guns that were involved in the incident. The whole incident is bad all around. But if the Bank of Nova Scotia and the Beryllium Company have insurance, after investigation, some help can be given to bystanders affected in the incident. That's what I was thinking. As his mother is explaining how it takes a toll on the family and their finances, as he is in hospital in Kingston and they live in the rural part of Mandeville, and the commute to Kingston each day back and front is costly, plus bills associated with him being in the hospital. Hopefully, if there's any help that can be given to the casualties, because I could have swear on one of those videos circulating, there was also a young girl that got shot in her leg and they were running with her as well because they realized that she had gotten shot. People like these were bystanders, and I'm just thinking, like, how does insurance pay coverage? You understand? Because generally these banks and money brings people, their thing is insured. So I'm just thinking if there's any chance that the insurance would help to cover, at least the casualties, they get something. Because here you have a father, the head of him household, him always go to work, is a skilled man. Now basically there's a slim chance of him ever working again. So so him life just basically, I don't want to say done, but he's paralyzed. There's not much he can do being paralyzed. So his mother, as he's our only child, going to have to take up the mantle in helping with his household. Plus his woman going to take on the responsibilities of the household. So things must be really hard, It's just being human with some empathy, looking at how things are right now, because things are already tough. You understand? And when you never planned for this and something like this just happen, it is heartbreaking, really. Just asking some real big people to comment, and give me your opinion and what you think, and how does insurance really work in that sense, because honestly I don't know. Anyway guys, let's keep the casualties of this circumstance in our prayers. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.